Top 15, ladies and gentlemen, your most famous words in iRacing. It is time for your go time music. "90 laps here in Charlotte, already 4 races into an immaculate season. Pace car about to pull off. Here we go, baby. It's the Frontier Truck Tour, iRacing and alcohol. Leads Aiden Gould down the back straight. Aiden looks to the outside, side by side for that lead. Greg Jodiet clear to third. Oh, car sideways. I think that's Ricky Mandoka up in the wall, collects Stephen James, and the caution will fly on the exit of turn 4. All these trucks made a good job at avoiding. Oh, who was that back there that just caught a piece of that? Not sure who that was. Oh, that was Josh Porzanis. If Ricky Mandoka loose on the top, saves it, overcorrects into the wall. Arca breaking a Daniel Nans into Stephen James. Look at Stephen James riding the wall like a skateboard. Tony Hawk. Josh Porzanis just not checking up there. Caution's already out, so questionable move.
Green flag, green flag.
There we go. I don't see any major checkups. Field looks to be A-okay. Here they go into turns 1 and 2. Herberton clears Gould side by side. Jacob Alicia, Jacob Blakely for the 4th position. Blakely almost looked like he went to go 3 wide middle. Stays on the tailgate of Greg Jodiet, still looking middle. Greg will finally close that gap. But the Jacobs are side by side. Car cam of Dylan Herberton. I think we got a wreck. Samuel Langs. Oh, a massive pile up on the front stretch. Burton, Sawyer, Mitchell, Mama, Ronnie Lane. Now, the 9 car we know is supposed to be a different number, so we're not going to be sure who that is on the list. 9 truck comes down and just pinches Spencer up into Raymond's. Oh, big airtime. Samuel, like none of these guys can go anywhere. The 42 of David Wright is involved. There goes the 20 truck through the grass, but these restarts are pretty okay, but something happened to Blakely on that top line. Missed a shift maybe, or just got caught sleeping. He will have to fall right in behind Alicia. And that's a position that he's going to have to fight to get back because Alicia does not want to give it up. Meanwhile, Herberton back to the lead. Aiden Gould shuts the door on Greg Jodiet because he got a little bit tight there in the corner. Brought the truck back down to front of the 19. And now Blakely reattacks Alicia. He's back to the outside of the 31. For the corner, Aiden. Look underneath the 07. Now here he comes. Does he have the run? Is it enough here in 3 and 4? To the bottom, Jodiet just behind, and Dylan just getting a really good run on the top. Oh, Greg Jodiet into the wall. And Aiden pulls right up beside the 07, not quite, falls back. Side by side now. Still side by side. Aiden Looks like the best corner he's had all race on Herviton, but Herv with a really good exit. We saw Greg with the run. Kind of had to pick and choose where he was going to put that truck. Now he looks to the inside behind Aiden. And again, Dylan Herviton re-clears Aiden Gould, and Herviton hangs on to that lead. And now we got a 4-car battle for third. Alicia reeled in Greg Jodia. Greg stuck on that top line. He might even have damage, but definitely some worn out tires. Alicia will clear. Oh, Matt had to jump way out of line behind Blakely. Can he save it? No. To the inside wall. Still green flag. And the caution will not wave. Unfortunate for Lagat. Looks to the outside now. He'll try it in 1 and 2. We saw Herviton getting some really good rotation up here. Can Doug replicate through the middle of the track? Alicia not quite clearing him. Gives him room, and Douglas Henry moved into the 3rd position, and he is gaining on the pair up here. He will make the pass. Now it's Chris Warren's turn. As it appears, Jacob Blakely will drop to 10th, and Davion Haskins is not far back with Chris Warren in tow. We just saw 3 wide behind. Contact! Who was that? Was that Ronnie Lane? That might have been a lap car. Who was that? Oh, it was Keith Gribben. Keith Gribben got turned across the nose as what might have been Dylan Simmons. Mind you, was right around 4 laps down. 34 truck up into the wall. Keith to the inside. And he just comes up into the 09. I mean, Dylan Simmons is still in that lane. Keith Gribben gets himself turned. Aiden drops right down to the bottom. Behind Herviton, Alicia 3rd. Doug under attack by Nicholas Tucker for that 4th position. They're side by side. Greg Jodia may try to make a move. All the way down the back straight. Aiden Gould now looks to the inside of Dylan Herviton. Can he make the pass this time? Little loose on the bottom. We saw the wiggle, and Herviton will re-clear. Now Alicia looks to the outside of Aiden Gould. Nicholas Tucker cleared Douglas Henry. He goes down to the bottom behind the 8 truck. Douglas Henry, Greg Jodia, Daniel Nance, Joe Houston. Top 8 there in that pack, but right now oh, we got a wreck in the back. Who is back here? Mitchell Mama in the 34. I'm not sure if Dylan Simmons was involved. We have a crash report, but we are caution-free at the moment. Jacob Alicia into 2nd. Gould 3rd, Tucker 4th. Alicia Gould side by side. Alicia looked to the top as Aiden looked to the bottom. I thought it was going to be a 3-wide move. They both tuck in. Here comes that 31 truck side by side. And Aiden looked to the inside, almost 3 wide for the lead. Herviton blocks, but Alicia should have the momentum. Herviton drives it in deep. Can he clear Alicia? And somehow clears, not quite, nose contact. Just to his outside. On his right rear, he's hanging there, but Herviton is just so strong tonight. He could put that truck anywhere. Alicia, though, crossover inside, even as they go into 3 and 4. By a bumper, he has him. Can he hang on to it? Herviton so good at rotation, though, in this mid-corner. And they are side by side. This is the best run we've seen out of Alicia, as I encourage you, Blakely, check your microphone input, buddy. Side by side here through turns 1 and 2. Aiden looks 3 wide middle, thinks better of it, doesn't quite have the run. I bet he'd try it if he could. Herviton re-clears into the lead, and now it's Gould and Alicia that are going to be side by side again for 2nd, Blakely.
But you do it for the heart of what you have, and you have an amazing heart, buddy, so we thank you for that.
Dude, I don't know if it's the alcohol or you were just trying to be nice, but I'm aroused. Here we go, Nicholas Tucker inside a Doug. Oh, I thought he was about to hook.
31!
Did it not look like he was about to drive up the track and hook Doug? Oh, I'm trying to put
and door banging!
Oh, no! I'm trying to put relish on my 2nd glizzy while this battle's going on. Blakely calling so I can focus up.
And Doug is saying over the chat right now, I can hear the scanners. He's saying, I'm here, bud. Get the hell out of the way.
Oh, Douglas Henry not happy about that door banging, but he has a lot of teammates around him that might go and repay the favor.
And Nicholas Tucker is trying to look on the outside of Jacob Alicia. He's going to get to his door, hanging on to him in turn 2.
I think he might get the clear
Out of
here.
2. Even Alicia losing power. He clears him, and here comes Douglas Henry making a move on Jacob Alicia on the outside.
How many more laps do we see here till they start pitting, Blakely? Last time these guys pit, lap 32.
Here we come. Yep.
Oh,
yeah.
now,
I was gonna
now.
say. I was gonna say either now or in like 3 or 4 laps. So does the other field behind him, as you can see. Oh, he almost wrecked it.
Here's Tucker, Jodiet, Leggett, Warren. That's
Warren
the
gets
20 car.
Stormy. Ronnie Lane keeps it straight. We remember Lonnie Lane beef
Fucking
with
Ronnie
Eric.
Lane, Eric Gonzalez beef, dude. How could you forget? The gap between Alicia and Herberton, 4.6 seconds. And Herberton isn't gaining wildly. He did pick up a 10th. I know he's the fastest truck here tonight. But maybe this is where we see Jacob Alicia get his first win in Frontier Truck Tour.
It's going to be probably an even match. And also, you got to think the 4-lap difference. Alicia pitted on lap 62. Herberton here is on lap 66. So, Alicia's trying to save 4 more laps of him, too, of tire-wise. So, I think they're going to be even when they get to each other. It's just who's going to be able to save tires when they battle. Who's going to get the better line, which if Alicia stays bottom, allegedly, should have the better bottom line.
And again, we've seen Dylan Herberton be able to put that truck just about anywhere. As we are now at 10 laps to go, it's go time, dog. How hard does Alicia battle for this lead, for this win? And if Dylan Herberton puts himself in a bad spot while trying to battle Alicia, does Alicia punish him? Does he door him? Does he try to move him? How bad does Alicia want to win? He's been winless since the season finale of Season 3 in PAL Racing. I think he's due. He's hungry. And he has nothing to lose.
He's going to look at that outside lane there. No, like I said, the outside's been very dominant. You get the clean air, and then here comes a run.
There it is. He built the run. Alicia goes
Big
down the block, but it's not enough. It's not big enough. Can Alicia trap him on the bottom? Herberton will clear. I don't see a crossover, and now Herberton into the lead, coming to the line. It'll be 7 laps to go. A dominant performance. The rest of the field has a lot of homework to do, but as he comes through turns 3 and 4, the Frontier Truck Tour sees its first 2-time winner. Dylan Herberton wins here at Charlotte.
Go, Spencer! 2 in a row! 2 in a row!
Good win, Dylan.
Good one, Dylan.
I feel like freaking Jaws right now, catching all these lap cars, just doing it.
You can hear the emotion out of Dylan Herberton, teammate Aiden Gould, congratulatory bump. Also in that team, Spencer Burton, Davion Haskins for 67 XI Racing. How original. Dylan Herberton, 3 and 4. How many laps did he lead, Blakely? Could you use that information you could pull for me here as he goes to burn it down on the front stretch?
I don't know.
He led a bunch.
He led a bunch. We'll know by the end of the race.
Burning it down here on the front stretch here at Charlotte, Aiden Gould. Team leader comes to join. And I think we're going to hear, oh, there goes Stephen James. I think we're going to hear a banger interview out of Herv. Swerve and Herv and the Perv, and here you are, buddy, P1. 2 wins in a row for you in Frontier Truck Tour. What'd it take to get it done?
You know what? I'm not going to lie to you. That Jacob Alicia strategy had me on the seat of my pants. I didn't know if I was going to get there or not. It was a lot of fun. I'm smiling. That was really good.
Congratulations, buddy. You had great teammates around you. Aiden Gould at one point, gave you the kitchen sink trying to get that lead. Did you? Oh, and he comes and gives you a big old shove. What's it mean to get 2 wins in a row, not just for you, but for this team?
It's a big testament of the amount of work, I guess you could say, I put into get better at the sim and whatnot. And all these guys are really good. Aiden really gave me a run for my money. I had to keep him behind me as much as I could because I knew the dirty air once you got behind somebody that it was going to be hard to save the tires and keep the truck underneath you. I knew after about 20-ish laps, if we could go 20 laps or so and keep the lead, we could start driving away, and that's what we did. And so that made it a lot of fun. I didn't expect me to pull away as much as I did that second run there, but like I said, Aiden was really good, and I figured he was going to stay with me. I was worried about having to keep him behind me, but no, we did real good, and nailed the last pit stop. And like I said, that Alicia strategy, I didn't know if I was going to get there, but once I started seeing that it was 3 to 4 tenths a lap, with only 3.5 seconds, I kind of started to run a little harder trying to get there. And then once I got there, I backed it off and pulled the pass on him and drove away.
Congratulations on your win, buddy. Have a good night.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
The dude who finished P2 in tonight's race, he was just talking about him, had him rattled with that strategy. Let's go ahead and get Jacob Lisi up into the booth. Jaker the Snaker, you finished P2. Dylan Herviton said that Jacob Alicia strategy had me flying by the seat of my pants. You had him rattled. How hard is it with only 4-lap older tires to defend that lead and win that race?
Basically impossible. When you run a whole fuel stint like we had left, I was really setting myself up to try to just make sure I could get in and out of the traffic quickly. I think I just absolutely nailed my pit stop, and it still wasn't enough. 15 to go. I said, okay, well, if Dylan's not catching me by more than 2 tenths a lap, I think I got this thing in the bag. And then he catches me by almost 4 tenths. So it just wasn't the right strategy, but I had to mix something up and go in early because I was starting to lose ground because I was fighting too much up in the beginning.
Well, it does sound like you got a little bit of pep in your step. You seem like you're smiling. At least it sounds like you're smiling. It was a good race, a fun race to watch. Do these Monday night races help get you in the zone or mentally prepare you for Tuesday night races? Because, your winless streak is starting to haunt you. It's starting to come back. You did win the season finale, but here we are, 5 races into PAL Racing, 4 races in the Frontier Truck Tour. You're still missing that check mark. How hard are you going to push at New Hampshire tomorrow?
I think I'm going to push just as hard as I did today. I am very proud of the race that I ran, and if it wasn't for a Hail Mary strategy at the end, I think I would have been fighting Dylan at the end there for the win. So a winning effort, just had to do something a little bit crazy at the end there, and it kind of cost me.
All right, Alicia, can't wait to watch you jork it tomorrow at New Hampshire. Thank you, bud. We'll send Alicia down. We'll go ahead and grab the man who finished P3. Teammates there with Dylan Herviton, Aiden Gould. This is Noah. Oh, you are wrecking that car on the front stretch. Are you okay there, bud?
We're totally fine. What's going on?
He was doing backwards around the whole track.
Aiden, you finished P3. Where was that speed to go there and get Dylan Herviton at the end? I know you kept, like I said, you were throwing the kitchen sink at him, trying to get to that lead, and you just weren't fast enough. Why weren't you fast enough when you guys were matched?
He's just better. Man, what a hell of a fight at the beginning of the race. I felt like track position was going to be so key. I'm like, all right, I need to get by him here. And he was getting mad at me because he was trying to save, and I kept pushing him harder than we both wanted to push. And, I felt like on the long run, he did just a better job saving the tires. So I'm like, all right. Jacob pitted, so I'm like, all right, I got to pit now. And it wasn't enough to get there. It wasn't even enough to get to Alicia. I even tried the wall ride and I couldn't get there. So, yeah, I got to deal with Dylan Herviton in the Truck Series, and I have to deal with little Pete Tart and PAL.
Alrighty, congratulations.
You got any
Aiden,
questions for me, Jacob?
Oh, no, he doesn't. Fuck you, Aiden. All right. That is the conclusion of tonight.
I'm not picking you up.
That is the conclusion of Race 4 at Charlotte. Blakely, not a good track record at staying alive, but I do appreciate you being up at the booth with me each and every week. It was one heck of a show.
At this point, I might as well just stay full time up here.
I know. Where are we going next week, Blakely?
Dude, I have no clue right now.
Alrighty. Congratulations,
look.
Blakely, on another awesome race. You were dogging there in the top 5. Thank you all so much for watching. Next week, same time, same place, but we'll catch y'all tomorrow right around the same time for Pal Racing, Larry the Lobster 150 at New Hampshire. Have a good night, everybody.